Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. I am Terry Randolph, also known as TJ, and this is my first live broadcast. So, for all of my jazz and easy listening lovers here, that song that you heard prior to me coming on was my firstborn nephew, Rhyan Spunk Adams. He is a gifted musician, and he, gave me permission to use his music on my broadcast. So shout out to my nephew. And he has other music on iTunes or Apple Music as well as Spotify. Again, his name is Spunk Adams. So check him out. As I said, this is my first live, so I have posted some videos, but I have not done a live, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So only time will tell if this is actually happening. So I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. But you got to start somewhere. So I said I'd give it a go. Whether my nephew realizes it or not, he actually inspired me to go live because, I've spoken with him, over the years about different things. And he, like I said, talked about his music. He told me one time that he does not care if there are 2 people in the audience or 200 people in the audience. He's going to give it his all. He is going to use his gift to feed the souls of people who came to see him. And I kind of feel the same way. I kind of feel the same way. For the past 20 years or so, I've lived a life of service to others, whether it was in the military or as a federal civil servant. I've been in service to others. I've served as an advisor, teacher, career coach, cheerleader, mentor. And, nothing for me is more edifying than pouring into others. So as I get started here, I want to give a little bit more of an introduction about me. I started this channel last month, during the month of May, because May is my birth month and is also Mental Health Awareness Month. And in light of the previous year that we had, I think mental health, or ensuring that we have good mental health, is more important than ever. I am a disabled veteran. So in every broadcast or video, I'm going to put the link information for the Veterans Crisis Line, the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, as well as the National Alliance on Mental Illness Hotline, for reference if you know someone that may need those services. Each birthday month, I always reflect on my life. I reflect over the past year as well as the past years to see, am I going in the direction that I had hoped to take my life? What are some of the successes from the previous years? What are some of the not so success activities that happened over the previous years, and how I can make those better? So with that in mind, I started to think about next chapters. So after viewing several YouTube videos, to include Kevin Samuel's videos, the Repeat Network, Six the Goddess, the Poor Man's Podcast, I started to launch my channel as a hobby after retirement. So when I was thinking about the direction that I wanted to take this channel, I was asking, what could I offer? I know a little bit about a lot of things. I know a lot about some things, but I don't know everything. And I won't profess to know everything. But I think what I know, is I know me. And me, and I am 54 years in the making. And that leads me to the name of my channel, Mosaic. Since I started last month, I've been toying with various names and different approaches. But most recently, I did settle on Mosaic. And it's funny because, I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, I had a name in mind, which is actually her name, but I kept tossing around other names too. But I kept coming back to Danielle. So I had thought about Mosaic before, but I tried some other things, but it kept coming back to Mosaic. So why Mosaic? Well, mosaics are beautiful forms of art that are made from broken pieces. Um, some pieces are different colors, different shapes, but they all come together to create something beautiful. And when I start thinking about my life, I think in the journey that I've taken and along this journey, I looked at it as a mosaic, a piece of art that's had some broken pieces along the way, but they've been put together to make something beautiful. And the life that I'm living now is a beautiful life. So that is why I decided I wanted to name my channel Mosaic. So with that in mind, I'm going to be sharing various pieces of me through my journey of self-awareness and self-actualization. Part of this journey will include, some aspects of when I grew up, the ups and downs of various relationships, and the parts I played in them, the pluses and the minuses of my career choices with respect to being considered an alpha female. I plan to talk about or dispel some of the notions about women in the military and our femininity. I'm also going to talk about single motherhood, how feminism affected my career, and it shaped my thoughts, concerning men, relationships, and, ultimately finding the love of my lifetime. Lastly, I'm going to share my faith because when I consider this journey, it is my faith that has kept me. It is when nothing else could. It was my faith that kept me. As I grow this channel, or as I hope to grow this channel, I also plan to invite guests to include my mother, my daughter, friends, and people who've known me for a long time. To include Kevin Samuels. I know he's pretty busy, so he may not have time, but I will invite him, and these people can give an honest account of my journey as they see it through their eyes. It's one thing for me to think about who I am and how I am, but it's something else to hear it from somebody else who's there to witness it. So the reason for this approach is if by sharing my, failures as well as successes, can help someone else or prevent someone else from making the same mistakes, then I think it will help our people in general to move in the direction for our community. But also, I hope to inspire people as well, because, this thing called life is one day at a time, and every day that you wake up is a chance to start again. But like I said, I hope to help someone from making the same mistakes I did, to inspire, if my story or my experiences can inspire people in general, but Black women specifically. Again, I think it moves us one step closer to, regaining our families and our community that we desire. So, my effort to grow my channel. I know things take time, and I just started last month. And I want to thank those of you who have already subscribed because you've looked at my videos, because I've been bugging my husband, said, honey, I got some people viewing my videos. So it's pretty exciting for me. pretty exciting for me. But as I seek to grow my channel, I do have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers by December. I think that's reasonable. Only time will tell. Um, and you can help me do that. You know, like the Poor Man's Podcast has the HBO special, Help a Brother Out special. I'm going to say I have an SOS call to action. Support our sister call to action. So SOS. So help me out with that. Um, please, if I welcome your feedback. Again, I'm new to this YouTube thing. And like I said, this is my first live, and I just wanted to use this opportunity to kind of give an introduction, you know, as to the direction I hope to go with this channel and generate some conversations. So please like and subscribe. And again, I welcome your feedback. So that is all I have for now. And thank you very much and have a great